What's up? It's Bullfrog Hikes back to the channel. What are we talking about today? We're talking about some Q&A stuff. We're talking about some gear failures. We're talking about announcements for the channel. All right, first Q&A. This wasn't really a actual Q&A. I just kind of pulled some comments from my videos. And let's start. So one of the comments was, why do I keep my coat in the top of my bag but not in the pack liner? So I'll tell you why, because it doesn't rain much here in Chicagoland, so I have no reason to put it down there. Simple as that. Yeah, end of the video. Burp. No, but it is important to keep your stuff dry. Now, I fully, completely, and utterly trust that stinking Hilltop Packs phone holder, because it is seam sealed all around. I'm not sure of the material. It's either Ultra or Dyneema. It is a good material, pretty damn waterproof. So I trust that thing. It is not leaking, and that's why I bought it. I'm like, this thing is perfect because I don't need to put my battery in my pack liner. I get the concern. Sometimes there's like a shitstorm and you just want to like protect everything. But I can argue you can also, because this pocket is kind of cool, you can detach it and keep it all the stuff inside, so even extra dry, and put that thing in the pack liner, wrap that, and then that's in the backpack, so you even have more protection. So hey, look into it. It's quite nice. I don't know. I understand on the AT, there's torrential downpours, there's unpredictable weather. Sometimes the weather just comes rolling in and it starts raining and you didn't expect it. And sometimes your stuff is not really organized back in the, in the old backpack. Because let's face it, a lot of hikers are lazy as hell. Like I've met countless people, and I wasn't one of them, by the way, but I've met countless people that gave zero effort on actually organizing their items or trying to prevent them from getting wet. They just shoved everything in. And it was mostly fine. Like, it got a little bit wet because the pack would soak through. But for the most part, the stuff was like relatively okay. Like, I mean, they weren't getting hypothermia, but maybe they could have. So be careful, guys. Don't do that. So yeah, just thought I wanted to clear that up, if that made sense. Don't take it so serious. It's serious business. Being outdoors and having all of your belongings on your back. It's serious business, and you want to protect yourself. If the storm is coming, you bet your ass I'm putting everything in that liner. So another viewer said, thanks for the content, and he also mentioned air mattress, foam pad, and ground cloth are the three things that he carried, and those are the things that worked for him. That's really awesome, dude. Yeah, keep doing that. Just keep doing that. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone has to do what works for them. What works for some people might not work for you. There are guys that I've met who all they brought on the trail for foam pads to protect them from the ground was a 1/8 inch foam pad, and that's it. And they slept on it, and I guess they got arthritis, and yeah, they lived happily ever after. But no, I'm joking. There are techniques. If you're relatively young and in good physical condition, and you weigh under 160 pounds, and you're okay with a little bit of discomfort, you can dig a little, like, kind of trench in the dirt with your poop shovel. You can just dig a little indent. A lot of times you'll just find one. Kind of like tuck your hip in there, and then the foam pad will feel much nicer, and you can actually get pretty good sleep even if you're a side sleeper. So there's techniques. There's people that are out there that are just like going at it in a totally wild way. All they brought was a tarp, and they set up a primitive shelter. They start a huge fire, and then they just hang out all night. There's so many different ways of going outdoors and enjoying and experiencing the trail. So I love that there's different people with different opinions. I do understand that it is a very serious thing, because giving people advice and recommendations and tips can get them in trouble if they're not careful. So I would always advise anyone watching my channel, do some of your own research. Don't rely 100% on me. I'm just one guy. I just have one brain, and I make mistakes. I make them all the time, and I've paid the price for my mistakes, and I've learned from my mistakes, and I still repeat some of my mistakes because I'm a dummy. So maybe don't listen to everything I say. Maybe you'll see like, you know what? This guy has some good ideas, but I'm not going to do that other stuff. You know, I noticed that all he carries for clothing is one sun hoodie, and that's it. That's disgusting for some people. They're like, I need a shirt to sleep in. I need a shirt to hike in. I need a shirt for town. That's you. That's cool. Totally fine. Carry your weight. For me personally, I'm happy with one shirt, and that's about it. And if I'm really uncomfortable and I start to hate it and I feel like a hobo, I'll go buy another shirt, or I'll go get something from the thrift store. Who cares? Like, it all kind of, it just, let the trail guide you. Let it do its thing. Just when you come out for the first time, be a little bit extra prepared if you're not comfortable in the woods yet, and bring some safety items. That's all I can recommend. Okay, so you know what? Some people did say this YouTube channel, you know, I should branch out. I should talk about bushcraft stuff, primitive stuff. We're just gonna stick to thru hiking. All right, folks, it's a thru hiker show. Get lost. I'm subscribed. No, I'm joking. I need the subs. There's no subs. Okay. This thing is incredible. Like, look at it. It's, okay. It's lined on the inside. It's laminated. That's really good. That laminate is pretty freaking waterproof. And it's got seam taped. The seams are taped as hell. They really overdid the seam taping in here. I wish I can show you. I don't know if you can see down this. It's quite incredible, actually, the craftsmanship that Hilltop Packs goes through. The one thing I don't like about this is the mesh netting. I would rather, instead of it being this type of netting, I want the stretchy mesh. I find that stuff to just be like, just funner to play with for me personally. Everything else is not bad. Yeah. I believe this is Ultra. I'm gonna correct myself in the video if I'm wrong, but Ultra is pretty damn waterproof, so I am super, super happy about this. And I just trust it to protect my phone and my battery. You don't have to trust that. You can just use your pack liner. But then mom's calling you when you finally got service at the top of the mountain and there's a storm. And you're like, I don't have Hilltop Packs. I can't do that. I have to go take my backpack off. All right. Wanted to bring something up which I've been putting on all of my new shoes. And that is, drum roll, please. These are, I should not be getting this close to my disgusting shoes. Okay, this is getting kind of gross. Lace Locks, highly recommended item from your girl Dixie on the trail, Homemade Wanderlust. Subscribe to her channel. I've been putting them on all my shoes. You know, I guess I might as well review these Sauconys. I used to call these Sauconys, but then someone on the trail is like, he's like, oh, what shoes do you have? And then and his friend was like, oh, he has Sauconys. Oh, you mean the Sauconys? And he's like, no, like the Sauconys, yeah, like those. And I'm like, oh, that's how you say it. Okay, cool. Like, he didn't even make a big deal about it. He just kind of like corrected me, and I'm like, all right, that's how you say it. The tread's kind of worn out. I guess I like to put a lot of weight on that side of my foot. On both shoes, it's that way. But it's not bad. I have like 500 miles on these shoes, and I can see myself like still hiking in them. Now, the other shoe, it kind of has a hole in it. Kind of a big hole. But it's okay. It's the biggest issue is this, really. Like, that whole situation is, that's gonna make a big heel blister, let me tell you right now. And I know that from experience. So I'm probably gonna be switching to these. These are a similar model, slightly heavier, slightly crappier. You know, the treads are maybe a little bit not the same. I don't know. This thing is, it's hard for me to find good shoes because I have a big foot size and not a lot of money. So I'm not gonna buy some Ultras. I'm not gonna buy Hokos. I'm not gonna buy any of that because money. I already spent all my money on that awesome tent. I'm so excited, guys. I have so many more videos coming. This is just a little one that I had to do today. Today was kind of a busy day. I actually went to work during my freaking winter break. What's up with that? I don't know. Emergency last second meeting. They got us pizza. Dude, you guys ever go to work meetings and the food that they give is always just like such a like dog bone? They're just like, oh yeah, hey, got you some pizzas, and there's like 6 pizzas for 50 people. It's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, I could eat like 2 of those. I'm a hiker. Like, get out of here. And then you open the box and then it's just like the tiniest of slices. Like, dude, hell no, hell no. We don't mess with that shit. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Again, I made a lot of these little clips and I stitched them all together because I had a lot of different thoughts and it took me a while to compile. So yeah, Piper tomorrow, it's gonna be huge. He's got some wild tales and I can't wait for some of the stories that man has to tell us both. So stay tuned for that shit. It's gonna be epic. I noticed that we're creeping up in subs. That's really cool of you guys. I love it from the bottom of my heart. Doing that heart emoji. Oh, thank you so much, for real. It's so thankful for everyone. Guys and girls, all of you are just amazing. I hope I'm being educational. I hope I'm spreading the good message. I'm just trying my best, y'all. Not a perfect man, never have been, never claimed to be one. You know, it is what it is. I'm out here doing my best, so yeah. Happy hiking, everyone. Happy trails. Bullfrog signing out.